The journey of 100 Platinum starts with a single trophy. Join me on my journey as I complete the next 20 games as I reach number 100, which will be one of my favorite games of all time, Hollow Knight. Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Toxic Cat and this is the second edition of Journey of 100 Platinums. Today I'm going to talk about my 82nd Platinum, Deliver Us the Moon. In this video, I'm going to talk about why I chose to play this game, my experience and what the game is about, and what the trophy list is like, and why you should play this game too. Deliver Us the Moon is the first game from KO10 Interactive, I think that's how you say it. It's a puzzle action-adventure game. It released on PS4 April 24, 2020. The game is probably like 10 hours long, and to get the platinum, there's no guide on it for on PS and profiles. I think there's a IGN guide. But if I were to say the difficulty is probably like a 2 or 3. So as for why I chose to play this game for Platinum 82, it has a bit of an interesting backstory. I saw a teaser trailer for it and it looked kind of cool, but also I thought it was like kind of mysterious. And I guess that's kind of why I like space adventures, space things. So as I was playing this game, I found out that yeah, I really do like spacey things, obviously in movies and TV. I was watching like a bunch of space stuff around this time. I watched Apollo 13 like on repeat pretty much. So like Apollo 13 kind of was like a comfort movie for me, because I remember one time I was just feeling so down. I was at work, I was like really depressed, and all I wanted to do in the world was to go home and put on the Apollo 13, and I felt better. So I guess you could say subconsciously I chose this game because I want another space game. I played Observation before. That's a game I would like to recommend. There's no platinum. It's more like a little bit of a horror game. This game, Deliver Us the Moon, isn't really a horror game. I kind of expected it to be because it was kind of creepy and eerie sometimes. Like, I was waiting for jump scares to happen, but it didn't happen, thankfully. So, I mean, Observation is not even that much of a horror game, but I still recommend it. Now, anyway, either way, I wanted to play this game, but I didn't look too much into it because I didn't want to get spoiled. And thankfully, they came out with a PS5 version recently. And not only that, it came out on PS Plus Extra. So both versions of the games, PS4, PS5 version on PS Plus Extra. So I played on Extra. I played a PS4 version because my DualSense at the time was not working, unfortunately. And now my second DualSense is kind of not working either, so I don't know what to do. So yeah, something about space is just so fascinating to me. Like, I think it's just it is kind of scary. Like, I don't like horror movies, but I like space movies because it gives me just enough horror and tension that it's almost like a space movie, but it's not. Because you're in space and you can run out of breath at any moment. You can like escape to the vacuum of space and just die, And in space, no one can hear you scream. So yeah, I just like everything that has to do with space. Kind of like Ellie from The Last of Us. I'm not as obsessed of it like she is. I think she wants to go to space. I don't want to go to space. I'm too scared of space. I'm good here on the ground. And of course, the other reason why I want to play this game is it's an indie game, and of course, everyone should play more indies. As for what the game is about, you're sent to the moon and you have to find out what happened and where did everyone go. They could have been killed, they could have been kidnapped, like abducted. We don't know what happened, and we need to fix the fix the reactor. I totally forgot the game. Because this game is set in like the near future. It's not even the far future. It's like literally it starts like a couple years from now. And the earth is in ruins. It's a disaster. We need the moon's resources apparently to survive on Earth. And so the moon has been offline for lots of years. We need to fix the moon. The mystery of what happened in this place was really intriguing to me, like enough for me to want to learn more and find out what happened. Like when it comes to story, it can just give me a little bit of a hint of a story, and I will like find motivation to finish the game, find out what happened and all that. There are some light puzzle elements in the game that weren't too hard, which I'm really happy about. I don't know what it is. Maybe it comes with age. Maybe I just don't have patience anymore. But I don't like complex puzzles in my games anymore. After a while, my head just hurts. I just get impatient and I get confused, and therefore I just want to like, okay, done for today. Close the game out. I'll save it for tomorrow. I mean, I'd rather try beat a boss for 3 hours rather than try to solve a complex puzzles after 5 minutes. I don't know what it is. I'm just weird. The game does tell you where to go, so there's no mystery as to if you're going in the right direction or not. Like, open up the astral tool. It'll tell you, you need to find a battery to open up this door, and go through the door and find some object. I don't know. Sometimes there's a locked door that needs a passcode, and of course you have to search the rooms and find the passcode like on a post-it note. It doesn't happen too often, so it's not that like repetitive. So sometimes there's like fun ways where you can find the password. I also really like how it changes from first person to third person depending on what environment you're in. Like, if you're in zero gravity, of course you change to first person. Though it's an easy way to like orient yourself and like float around basically. And then switch to third person when you're walking around and driving the truck on the lunar surface. Also, what I didn't expect from this game is that there's just a random stealth section in the middle of this game, and I don't know why they didn't have to add it. And for a moment my heart dropped because I didn't want to do stealth. Of all things, I don't want to do stealth. Thankfully, it wasn't that hard, but I still felt it was random. I don't think I had to look at a guide for many things, like many puzzles, maybe a couple of times. Obviously, I looked at a guide for like the 5 collectibles that I missed. So yeah, I think that, for the collectibles, they're not like too hidden. Some are in plain sight and everything. But if you are missing collectibles, and you do the chapter select, make sure to finish that chapter or your collectible won't save, which I think is really dumb, but okay. I think I remember one time I had a collectible at the end of a chapter. I got a collectible, I just exited out to the main menu and then realized it didn't save, so I did the whole chapter again. But it's fine. It's like you can obviously like speedrun this thing. So even after finishing this game, I still had a lot of questions, and I'm eager to know what happens next in the sequel. It's called Deliver Us Mars, that comes out in February. So I gotta be honest, it is looking a little bit spooky. Spooky as in it might not look or be that good. Because suddenly when you see the trailer, it turns into like a Tomb Raider game, like lots of platforming. There's actual like real cutscenes. In Deliver Us the Moon, the cutscenes are holograms. So you watch little holograms like of people just moving around like that, and it's like have interactions and talking, dialoguing, all of that. And you just watch the blue and orange holograms just as that's like a past memory. So through those holograms you find out more about the story and what's going on and what led to all of this. So to go from holograms to cutscenes with actual facial animations and everything, it's weird. But I hope it's done right. I hope they can do it. Like I said, it does look a little bit spooky, but I have hope that this will be a good game. Now on to the trophy list. So there are trophies that you earn along the way after completing each chapter, which I love. I love story progression trophies. I feel happy just getting something just for playing the game. So if a game doesn't give me a trophy after a certain chapter or a certain event and I don't get a trophy, then I'm like, why not? I deserve this trophy. Completing, I want to feel accomplished for completing each chapter, okay? There are some funny miscellaneous trophies that you earn along the way, but some of them are kind of strange and actually really unnecessary. There's one called Have a Seat, where you have to move a chair through a couple of rooms, I guess, and just leave it at a certain spot. And it's like, why? Why though? Of all things, I have to move a chair to a certain place. Like, okay. And then there's another one called Goodbye Old Friend, where you have to take a dead battery, carry it across half the chapter just for it to get crushed by a falling tower. And it's like, again, why was that necessary? Why is this a thing? at this point they're just padding the list and like they run out of ideas. But there are some trophies that are actually fun, like what do you call it? It's called aqueduct. It's not aqueduct. I'm sorry. It's called aquanaut. It's called aquanaut, not or something. It's I mean, you just have to just look at these 3 rubber duckies that are within this certain chapter, and I don't know why. I just really enjoyed that one because they're rubber duckies, and I'm just laughing. I'm crying right now, and it fills me up with joy. Okay, so but still, again with the unnecessary trophies, there is one that's similar to the last game that I played, in Coffee Talk, where you have to make latte art for an hour and deliver us the moon. You have to just basically just be outside on the lunar surface for 30 minutes. Why is this a thing? Why are time trophies a thing where you just do nothing or do some activity for a length period of time, you know? So that mission where you get in a truck and you drive around to these 2 or 3 points on the map, that takes like 2 minutes of driving just to get around. So why would anyone want to be out there for more than 5 minutes? But the trophy calls for 30 minutes, so that's kind of weird. So in the same area, there is I forgot the trophy name, I didn't write it down apparently, that there's like a replica of the first lunar landing on the surface of the moon, which I think is kind of funny. So I searched around for that replica, and so I found it, and then I just sat there, put my controller down, and just sat there for 30 minutes, bored out of my mind, contemplating my life, like, why am I doing this? Why are we here? So I got up to do other things, and I didn't know the trophy had popped, but I checked, and yep, there it is. There you have it, another time trophy for no reason other than to pad a list. I don't mind it. I don't mind these trophies as long as they're like 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, that's all it needs to be. Wait a minute, there's another trophy like this in the next game that I play. Oh my God. Now as to why you should play this game. Well, it's any game, so of course that's all I gotta say. So, but really, if you like space adventures like me, then I think you should play this game. There's some light puzzle elements, some good story elements. I really liked how you can like pick up items and kind of like read as to what's been happening to this place. Like maybe you read some emails sometimes, you read some notes that people give each other, and of course the holograms, and that gives you some idea of how people kind of lived in this place. And also it's the environmental storytelling that I really liked. Obviously a bunch of like sleeping bags here. This must be where people are gathered to, you know, sleep together when bad stuff happens. Another thing I forgot to mention is that if you play the PS4 version on your PS5, there's a chance that the game will have some crashes. Luckily, it only crashed on me once. So I only play the PS4 version because my DualSense is broken. So I actually can't wait to get the PS5 Platinum eventually. It is a fun Platinum and it's not too hard. Just a little bit of a padded list, but some trophies like the Aquanaut trophy was just really fun for me. And I do like the names of these trophies. Like there's of course one that's called Fly Me to the Moon, Stargazer, Among the Stars, Spin Me Right Round, that kind of stuff. And of course, Houston, we have a problem. Now, I know some people don't like speedrun trophies. I'm not a huge fan of them either, but I actually wouldn't mind the speedrun trophy in this one. I don't know why. I think like the game really is like goes by super quick once you know all the puzzles, so it would be cool if you could finish the game in like 2 hours. But maybe that's just me. Maybe it's just me playing this game. Maybe I just play the PS5 version. Maybe that'll be fine. The visuals on PS4 weren't that bad, but like I said, I can't wait to play the PS5 version and see how that is better. As I said for the story, I mentioned that this takes place in the near future, The earth is in ruins, and it is kind of scary that it could potentially happen to us. So I don't know, maybe you should play this game so you know what not to do to make the planet like this. You know, go save the planet. We need the earth's resources, okay? I like living here. I don't want to go to the moon, thank you. If you're more into story-driven games, then probably not the game for you. Like I said, it's easy, but it might be too easy to some people, but I'm not sure. I thought this game was like almost perfect. I liked exploring, I liked looking at things, picking up and reading stuff, and I liked the little puzzles that weren't so hard, and I liked the trophies. So game is almost perfect for me, at least. So I think that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I can come out with the next video soonish. You know, everything was against me trying to make this video because of work, because of other things. Me being sick for a while was not helpful. So the next video will be out soon because I need to catch up because I keep earning these platinums. I gotta make these videos, you know. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe, hit the lovely like button, and put on notifications for the next video. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.